category honors those who embody Dumaguete's spirit: war veterans, athletes, clergy, missionaries, educators, reformers, advocates, and farmers whose lives reflect courage, service, and impact. Through bold action or quiet strength, they inspire with resilience and compassion, proving that greatness comes in many forms and always begins with purpose and heart. May I call the representative of our outstanding Dumagueteño awardee, Placido Aucejo, to receive the award on his behalf. The citation reads, "For his unwavering leadership, courage, and patriotism during World War II, Placido Aucejo is posthumously conferred the Outstanding Dumagueteño Award as commander of the 75th Infantry Regiment. Under orders from General Wendell Fertin, he led the resistance movement in Negros Oriental with integrity and resolve, defying internal conflict and external pressures to maintain an independent command. A member of the Silman University community, he inspired both guerrilla fighters and civilians, holding the line through the most difficult moments of war. For his valor and sacrifice, he was awarded the Silver Star in 1946. His legacy, a testament to true Filipino heroism." Once more, for the category of heroes and icons, may I call the representative of our outstanding Dumagueteño awardee, Lorenzo Simafranca. The citation reads, "For his bravery and pivotal role in the guerrilla resistance during World War II, Lorenzo Simafranca is posthumously conferred the Outstanding Dumagueteño Award. As an intelligence operative, he risked his life to smuggle a detailed blueprint of the Dumaguete airfield, crafted from gathered intelligence hidden beneath the saddle of his bicycle. Evading enemy detection, he successfully delivered the map to Allied forces, which reached General Douglas MacArthur's headquarters in Australia. The resulting air raids on September 12 to 13, 1944, dealt a decisive blow to Japanese forces. Simafranca's courage and ingenuity helped turn the tide of war and safeguarded his homeland's future. I would like to acknowledge the presence of Mr. Lorenzo Simafranca's family and friends who are with us this evening. Please stand. Thank you. Once more, for the category of heroes and icons, may I call the representative of our outstanding Dumagueteño awardee, Bishop Epifanio Surban. The citation reads, "For his visionary leadership and enduring contributions to the spiritual and social life of Negros Oriental and Siquijor, Bishop Epifanio B. Surban is posthumously conferred the Outstanding Dumagueteño Award. As the first bishop of the Diocese of Dumaguete, he served with distinction for 34 years, establishing key institutions such as St. Joseph Seminary College, Holy Child Hospital, and numerous diocesan schools. He championed ecumenical dialogue, promoted Catholic media through DYWC, and founded the Mission Society of the Philippines to send Filipino missionaries abroad. Bishop Surban's legacy is one of faith, service, and unwavering commitment to people and community. I would like to acknowledge the presence of Bishop Epifanio Surban's family and friends who are with us this evening. Please stand. Thank you. And finally, still for the category of heroes and icons, may I call our outstanding Dumagueteño awardee, Eli Dijaresco. The citation reads, for his pioneering contributions to local journalism and broadcasting. Eli Dijaresco is conferred the Outstanding Dumagueteño Award. A steadfast advocate of press freedom and community information, he brought the fledgling Negros Chronicle in 1973 to become the premier voice of Negros Oriental, and it is now the longest running weekly newspaper in Negros Oriental. He also launched DYEM 96.7 FM in 1980, the first FM radio station in Dumaguete and the second in the Visayas. Through print and airwaves, he has shaped public discourse, provided a platform for local voices, and chronicled the evolving life of the region. For his trailblazing work, he was recognized as one of Silliman University's outstanding mass communication alumni in 2016. I would like to acknowledge the presence of Mr. Eli Dijaresco's family and friends who are with us this evening. Please stand. Ladies and gentlemen, those are our honorees for Heroes and Icons of the 2025 Outstanding Dumagueteño Awards. And to give the collective response of all the Heroes and Icons awardees, please welcome journalist and broadcaster Eli Dijaresco.
Thank you. Last but not the least. Anyway, we are always told to script write our pieces, even if it takes 3 minutes, like an editorial. And so, in behalf of the 3 long-time friends who are here with us in this category, who are icons of World War II, I represent World War III. God forbid. Colonel Placido Aucejo, si Insong, Lorenzo Magsino, Lorenzo Silofranca, sorry, and Bishop Epifanio Sorban, who are now citizens of heaven. And to all of you, this humbling gesture of recognition of the things they have done for the city's good and welfare in our respective fields, and for me, the field of mass media. As a one-liner, Colonel Placido Aucejo is indeed the icon of World War II, as they said, because his name was in almost every battle plan against the Japanese army in Negros Oriental. He was one of the first batches of the PMA graduates from Negros. Lorenzo Insong Silofranca was considered the Mossad. You know, the Mossad of our time. Insong Silofranca was the famous Dumaguete civilian spy who inserted the plan of the entire Dumaguete Airport, where you are all flying now, into the tube of his bicycle and gave it to the American Army, who easily directed the U.S. planes to exactly bomb the airport location during World War II upon Insong's initiative. Thirdly, Monsignor Epifanio Sorban, first bishop of the Diocese of Dumaguete. You now see the majestic cathedral of St. Catherine of Alexandria, and among many others, the Holy Child Hospital, and for other achievements, and for this humble accolade you gave us, my newspaper and radio station, because even without this award, ladies and gentlemen, we continue to work and strive to become effective, credible purveyors of public information, because this is our God-given passion. Without such undeserved grace from the Lord God Almighty Father and the support of our entire media team, all this would not have been made possible. To the entire working press of Dumaguete, under the Dumaguete Press and Radio Club, they are all here, scattered all over. stand and be recognized. This process of gathering information, credible public information, would only be possible with the help of equally credible, hardworking bunch of journalists and broadcasters to whom and with whom I would like to share this award to all the media people of Dumaguete. Choi is here. Roy is here. Neil Rio is here. Jenny Palos is here. Shirley is here. And we would like to share this award with all of you. To my wife, Marlene, who's watching us on live stream now. Hi, Mom. Just got out from the hospital. Who stood by me, especially in hard times as a journalist. And my children as well. They're all born here and they're all professionals in Dumaguete. Thank you for your love and inspiration. And, well, it has been a challenging 52 years of newspapering in Dumaguete and counting, and 45 years of broadcasting as humble pioneers of this twin media enterprise. So to our readers, advertisers, and friends, thank you very much. May your tribe increase. Daghang salamat, Dumaguete. And to the search team, what took you so long? Thank you, Tito. Salamat.
Thank you so much to Mr. De Hadasco. And congratulations to all of our honorees this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, to give a musical tribute to the awardees, please welcome once more the Silvan University Campus Choristers, led by an outstanding Dumagueteño in her own right, a master pianist, a master choral conductor, and a formidable music teacher, the remarkable Dr. Elizabeth Susan Vista Suarez.